Well, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Lincoln Park. I'm off work today, so there's the geese. This is Lincoln Park. They're working on these sidewalks. Here, I'll show you where I'm at here. We'll walk across the mud here. This is Lakeview. Oops. This is looking south towards Fullerton. And these are the nice residential co-ops right here on Lakeview. And since I'm off work today, it's a Thursday, preparing for the move and all that stuff, I'm gonna head up to the Elks Memorial because, eventually they're gonna close it for the season. Last winter they closed it until April, and it's so beautiful inside there that I want to make sure I document it before they close it up for the season, probably sometime later in October or November. I don't know if they're going to close it or not. And so we'll head up there, we'll film inside, if we can get inside the Elks Memorial. And then this morning, I walked by the Second Church of Christ Scientist, which is under renovation. Annette, Danny, thanks for tuning in. Appreciate it. Yeah, thanks for being on here. We'll do a nice little YouTube walk over lunch. Like I said, I want to check out the Elks Memorial, see if the rain holds off. I went by it this morning and it doesn't open until noon, and so we'll showcase the Wrigley Mansion just like we did this morning on TikTok. Thanks for being on YouTube, because I can film in widescreen here. And yeah, we'll check out both the Elks. Look at this giant dump truck or concrete mixer going by there. Here's the Wrigley building here, or the Wrigley Mansion here at Lakeview in Arlington. We filmed this before. I wanted to get it in the landscape here. Let's document this while we go by. I'm amazed with the traffic. There's always so much traffic going through here. But yeah, there's a ballroom on the top of this. Again, it wasn't built by the Wrigleys. The Wrigleys bought this and lived in it until the 20s or 30s, and then they had to leave because it was such a conspicuous location. They said people would throw rocks through the windows because the ostentatious display of wealth. When this was on the market, you could go online and see YouTube videos of what the interior looks like, the ballroom on the third floor and the beautiful bathrooms and fixtures, and you can imagine how opulent it is on the inside there. It's much clearer, isn't it nice? Yeah. Hopefully the resolution's streaming. But yeah, I want to check out the Elks National Monument up here, and I want to check out the Second Church of Christ Scientist, because they really gutted the inside. It's only the exterior walls, which are shored up, are still remain. They got rid of the roof. There was a dome. That's why someone was asking me about the church with the dome that's being renovated, and I didn't realize they were probably talking about the Second Church over this little lunch cruise. But mainly I want to do the Elks on the North Pond. Yeah, it looks much clearer, isn't it? Isn't it amazing how, as long as I can stream it, well, see, now my connection's starting to go down. I can see. Diana, thanks for tuning in. My connection fluctuates between 3,800 kilobits per second. Here I'm using Streamlabs so I can see my streamer, maintain a clear picture as much as I can. All that's important is if you guys are able to hear and see me in an unbroken stream, even if we lose a little resolution. And then I hope I'm streaming at 38 kilobits per second when we're at the Elks Memorial here. But hey, welcome to Chicago. Welcome to Lincoln Park. There's the National Shrine of St. Francis Xavier Cabrini. And open 9 a.m. Thursday for Rosary. Huh. Maybe we'll go inside there someday, but we won't do it today because I want to get to the Elks. It's so beautiful. And if we can get to the Oak Room in the back, if you know what I'm talking about, it's like you're in Versailles. I mean, the ceiling the detail of the interior design of that neoclassical Elks Memorial is just fabulous. And thanks for being on, giving me an audience. How's everybody doing? Happy Thursday. The reason I'm off and not downtown today, I just talked with my manager. I'm moving to a different unit within my building, and I'm preparing for the move. We're at the end of the month here, so the time's finally upon us, and I'm cleaning up, getting things packed up for the weekend move. I got people coming in town to help me out, and once we get through this, I'll breathe a sigh of relief and we can go back to our normal streaming schedule here. Look, Thursday, no parking. Remember I talk about the street sweeping? So today, no parking. They'll tow your car because we saw the street sweeper going down Stockton and all around Lakeview and Lincoln Park this morning. And so they're going to clean the street. So if you're parked here on Lakeview, you better move your car today. It says they're going to do street sweeping later today. It's always a pain. People in all areas of the city deal with this. See, look, Lincoln Park. There's the Marlboro. That's the Marlboro apartments right there. These have been here for a long time. But hey, thanks everybody for tuning in. Yeah, we'll get up here to the Elks, and I want to give people time to tune in. I know this morning I didn't even plan to do a morning walk this morning, but we ended up walking through Lakeview. It was a good walk, even though it started out in the rain. And then my good manager there, but I think I got a week leeway because no one's moving in behind me, and it gives me a sigh of relief. So I said, hey, let's take a lunch walk. We'll get some more content on YouTube. I really appreciate you following me on YouTube. We're up over 400 subscribers, and YouTube's interesting. They got you unlock certain benefits if people watch a certain amount of hours of your content. So the more content I post on YouTube, the faster we can get to unlocking those. Look at those benefits. Look how they're cleaning the windows here. These are residential towers here on Lakeview. And look, scenes of the city. There, I'm going to zoom in here. Yeah, TikTok. Look at that. Yes, they're cleaning the windows. Look how it wraps around those windows. That's the scaffolding that belongs to that building, because you see how it wraps around the building. That's amazing here. Scenes of people at work cleaning the windows here. Yeah, I agree. TikTok, the algorithm, it seems like a bunch of robots, and like nobody's like, if you trip the algorithm, poof, you disappear. I think you created a backup account, which is smart. That's a smart thing to do, because as you near 1,000 followers, so you go live. Both times my accounts were suspended on TikTok, it was during live streams, because the algorithm attempts to translate in real time anything you say. And what if it I mispronounce things all the time, as people know. What if it misinterprets my intent? It doesn't get sarcasm. You walk past a business that's questionable, even though it's legal in Illinois, it still is not legal in TikTok land. We're subject to TikTok laws and their terms and conditions, which, we know it's not free speech. We talk about this all the time. I appreciate you guys understand. I know I need to get off of this because people are tired of hearing me complain about stuff I can't control. We all deal with this. So it is the situation. We'll play the game. I'm enjoying exploring other platforms like YouTube. YouTube can look at City Walking Girl. She's doing YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. I'm doing the same thing. We have to spread our content on multiple platforms because you can't put all your eggs in one basket. TikTok is great for people to find your live streams, and for engagement, but it's not the best for other things. But here's the Elks. Welcome to Chicago. Welcome to the Elks National Memorial here. We're on Lakeview. This is where Lakeview becomes Sheridan. Sheridan goes all the way up the North Shore. These are the Mies van der Rohe buildings here, where Cannon Drive, you get off of DuSable Lakeshore Drive, you come up here to Diversey. That's the 2800 Diversey, or Lakeshore Drive building. There's the St. Joseph Hospitals behind here. This is Diversey that goes the dividing line between Lincoln Park and Lakeview. Here's the Elks National Monument. They built this after World War I in the early 1920s. The Elks is a fraternal organization that you can still join today. It still exists. It started with veterans of World War I, and they expanded it after World War II. And here we go. Elks National Memorial, open to the public. You know, they do accept donations, but there's no charge. And yeah, I know. There's no consistency. I know. That's what drives me nuts too. And you know, and it should be like, you know, if I, you know, trip the algorithm, there should be some understanding of degrees of, like, you know. But look, there's like some road rage going on over there. But so here, I'm going to start this again so we can cut out this footage. And welcome to the Elks National Memorial here in Chicago. We're going to go inside and check out the beautiful interior. And appreciate you guys for being on. I don't know if you've seen this before, but if you haven't, you're in for a treat. We'll show the beautiful neoclassical interior of this Elks National Memorial. Again, I'm sure this is on the National Historic Register. It's free and open to the public. Check their hours, usually 12 to 4, certain days of the week. And hey, how's it going? You can ring the bell for entry here. How's it going? Hey, how's it going? Hey, how's it going? Hey, how you doing? Hey, how's it going? This is beautiful.
Isn't it? I think I remember you. Were you here before?
Yeah, I was here before. Thanks. You might. Is it okay if I film in here?
Yeah. Can you just tell me what you're going to use it for?
Okay. I use this for YouTube, and I'm not a professional photographer. It's for my own personal account. Okay. And I've been here before. Yeah. I live in the neighborhood. It's such a great institution. Yeah. And I appreciate. Thanks for being open.
Yeah,
I just want
to. As long as it's not for commercial purposes,
no,
we're fine.
No, good.
Yeah.
I just want to spread the word so that people know about this.
I know. It's such a treasure. Yeah. And then, you know, that room straight ahead.
Oh, the Oak Room. It's so great. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you. So here we are inside the Elks National Memorial. Look how beautiful this is. And they got all these wonderful statues to charity, brotherly love, the flags, fidelity, justice, and just, you know, the sheer, the awe that this room inspires, and that's what it was intended to do. You know, harkening back to the Roman Republic and the ideals of all these, you know, mantras. And look at the great murals, the columns, the dome. Look at the dome and the skylight, the oculus up there at the top. And it's like you're in a Roman temple. There's actually a Charleston Heston movie that was filmed before he did Ben-Hur. It's like black and white, where they use this. They use this for filming the movie. Isn't this great? Yeah. Thank you so much for being on. And yeah, I'm trying to spread the word so other people, you know, people have told me they've lived in Chicago their entire lives and did not know this was here. And this has been here, and it's free and open to the public. They accept donations. And I'll show you all the military history they got here and stuff. But right away we'll go, and that's what she was referring to at the entry here. If you go to the back here, you go into, I think they call this the Oak Room. Let me make sure I get it right here. And we're seeing it with the natural light. And so I've seen this with the lights on. There we go. So here comes, look at that. So I guess it's motion. My motion triggered the lights to turn on here. But look at this is what I said. If you feel like you're in Versailles or a palace, and look at the ceiling. Is the stream going okay? We're doing 38. Yeah, it is fancy. Look at this. Look at these, the carpet, the chairs, all these murals that they paid artists to do, and the ceiling and the chandeliers. And we got grandfather clocks. We got these candelabras. Look at this. So welcome to Chicago. Welcome to the Elks National Memorial. Here we're in the Oak Room in the back. And look at that opulent ceiling. And again, this was built in the 1920s after World War I to commemorate those that were fallen and belonged to the Elks in their fraternal order here. And look at these stained glass windows. Isn't this nice? Is it coming through? Does the resolution look good? Does it look good in landscape? Yeah. That's why portrait is okay for some things. It's great for skyscrapers. It's great for the human figure and dances. But the landscape, we can really get both sides of the room and the ceiling. And if I get over here to the other side, there's this alcove off to the side. Look at these. See, look at the military references in the paintings here. We'll go back here. I can't even do it justice by trying to do a nice voiceover. Look at these windows. I said, don't sit on the chairs. So here we reached the rope, but here's like the office in the back. And they got some plaques here. But here we'll do a whole pan here where we'll start with this ceiling here. Just the details of the architecture and the interior design. And even, the carpet. Isn't it nice? Cynthia, Michael, Scholler, yeah, thanks for tuning in. Danny, I hope you're seeing this. And Denise, thank you. Yeah. Welcome to YouTube. Welcome to the Elks National Memorial, the Oak Room in the back here. Look at the ceiling. We can get the whole ceiling in here. Look at that. I can't wait to go back and look at this footage on the big screen. Good and clear? Yeah, thanks for the feedback. Isn't this nice? And you can watch it in the reruns. Isn't that stunning? Look at the carpet there. There we go. We'll get this whole room here. And I'll show you some of the windows here. Let's look at the let's see what this is called, the armistice. So this is the information that tells about this painting here on the wall. All this has wonderful or meaningful symbology. It's very important to World War I. And look at the door here. I'll get back to the window here and we'll film the door here. And look at that. See, on both sides of that door, let me get back as far as I can. We got murals and paintings there within the arches. Look at that ceiling. I just wanted to document this. It's like the Sistine Chapel. Look at that. And this is right in Chicago, in the heart of Lincoln Park, up by the border of Lincoln Park and Lakeview. We're just south of Diversey on Lakeview, which Lakeview becomes Sheridan. We'll go back into the main rotunda. Let's check out this painting here. This is Path to Peace by Eugene Francis Savage. And yeah, let's go back and look at the rotunda here. But this is the let me do it from this way so I can document the room from both sides here. We'll go as far back as I can and show the ceiling here. Look at that. And as you can tell, you know, it opens at 12, it closes at 4. I've never seen many people in here. And it's free and open to the public when it's open. Check the hours online. They accept donations. You can support the Elks that maintain this and have maintained this for 100 years now. And look at the great dome here of the Elks National Monument here, Lincoln Park, Chicago. They got the columns, and we got all the statues here. And then you can branch off in all different directions, and I'll show you some of the stuff they got here on the side. Look at this. Yeah, and I'll make a donation on the way out. I appreciate them for letting me document this. So you see, you know, you can go down either side here, and they got some windows here, and then I think they show the architects and the interior designers. So there's the architect. Make sure I don't get the glare. Egberton Swartwout. Eugene Savage, that's the artist that did the paintings of in the Oak Room. And here's Laura Garden Frazier, the sculptor that did the golden sculptures that we see around the rotunda. And you can go out to Diversey that way. This is the north wing. And then you see how this leads right back to the grand rotunda here. This neoclassical dome. And there you see the sculptures that she did. Thanks, Trish. Thanks for tuning in. Bob? Yeah, clear to the rear. So you see on the side here, they have all the sailors' uniforms, some of the Air Force uniforms, the Marines, you know, submarine, you know, all this historical Elks in the war, all these uniforms. And then they got, here's about, they rededicated it July 4th, 1976, you know, and 46, they rededicated it several times. The original dedication, look how many people came out here in 1926 when they first opened this. I think that's what this is. And you see how this building's still here, this building's still here. This is Diversey, this is Lakeview, this is the park. Look at these medallions. Look at all the uniforms here. And the Veterans Walk of Remembrance. You know, so you look at these U.S. forces in Vietnam, France, all the theaters, all the patches, the Navy. We got all branches of the Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Coast Guard, all represented here. And look at that. Thanks for tuning in. I really appreciate you checking this out. And let's check out the sculptures here as we head around to the other side. Justice, Fidelity, and then even above, you know, just this, look at the gold, the angel there, you know, the flags. This is great. Yeah, it's so subtle, the lighting. Look at these sculptures. See Laura Garden Frazier, she did this sculpture. She did so many sculptures for this. And then there's this, you know, the little side wing. You can look out the windows to the little courtyard. And let's see what's. I don't know what's down there. Look, I didn't know you could go down. There's actually like a lower level. I think there's something on this side. Let's go to this wing. Brotherly love, charity. I know I'm spinning around there. Enhancing the happiness of mankind, quickening the spirit of American patriotism, including, it goes all the way around, all these sayings. See, here's more. Wall of Honor, patrons and lodges, all the Elks lodges throughout and again, this is the national headquarters for all the Elks lodges in the whole United States. And look at those stained glass windows. You got the camouflage, some of the more modern, these are, Desert Storm, Vietnam, some of the more recent military uniforms. Here's all the lodges, state by state: New York, North Carolina, New Mexico, Montana, Mississippi, Florida, Arizona. I guess they're reverse alphabetical, and Texas, West Virginia, all the different Elks lodges throughout the nation. And yeah, thanks for checking it out here. Here, I'm going to make a donation on the way out because I appreciate them maintaining this and being so nice to letting us walk through here. And yeah, I recommend, if you're in Lincoln Park and you're here, check the hours online. It's well worth a visit to check out Lincoln Park. And even if you're at the Lincoln Park Zoo or the Peggy Notabart Nature Museum, just go a little further north and you can get to the Elks National Memorial here and check it out. Appreciate it. So here, we'll head out. Look at this nice photograph. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thanks for that. This is maintained. And thank you. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah, it's great. So hey, thanks for everybody for tuning in here, and we'll keep going here. I'm going to go over to the Second Church of Christ Scientists to show you the progress of the demolition. They're going to maintain. I guess they're going to redo the chapel part of it, and they're going to add housing to the side of it, and it'll make sense once we get over there. Here, let's just check out this is more of the sculptures on the side here, and even the relief all the way around the outside the door. Hey, thanks for tuning in. Yeah, I hope. I want to post this to YouTube. We'll edit down the footage and make a nice little video for this, and then people can watch the rerun in the live, see the whole thing. They got it behind netting here, but they got these nice sculptures on the side. This neoclassical Roman temple right here in the heart of Lincoln Park, Lakeview, Chicago. And I'm glad it's on the National Historic Register. It's open to the public. They maintain it. The Elks, you can still join the Elks. And even the sculptures of the Elks themselves on the side here. Look at the Elks. The great elk there, the Veterans Memorial National Headquarters, the Benevolent and Protective Order of the Elks. There it is. Good afternoon, Jonathan. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, so let's head over and check out the Second Church of Christ Scientists. What time we got? 12:35, so we're doing good on time. If you just joined, welcome to Chicago. We just checked out the Elks. And yeah, the pigeons would love that. Yeah. Pigeons always love sitting on the statues. How's it going? Look at the urns. I want to call them Grecian urns, but they're Roman urns. Because this is a Roman temple. Of course, the Romans copy from the Greeks, and then we copy from the Greeks and the Romans. And even here, you see the neoclassical influence in the columns of this building, you know. And they redid this building. This used to be like a halfway house, and now I think it's private residences. The real estate was so valuable. So we're at Lakeview and Wrightwood. We'll take a right on Wrightwood. And I used to know somebody that had that balcony. I've been on that balcony, that wonderful building there, and they had views to the park, and they could see the dome. They could see the dome of the Elks Memorial from that balcony. And this nice building here on Wrightwood. But there you could see Let me get across the street so it'll merge here. We'll see if this car is going to back up or what they're going to do here. Let's see here. We'll show the Second Church of Christ Scientist here on Wrightwood. Yeah, thanks for tuning in. So this is amazing. So, you know, just 2 weeks ago, there was still a roof on this building, and I saw that this is the Second Church of Christ Scientist here in the northern end of Lincoln Park, behind the Elks Memorial. It's on Wrightwood, and this is Pine Grove Street. And look how they totally gut it. I thought the roof was still on there 2 weeks ago. Now the roof's gone. There was a dome. There was a neoclassical dome inside the chapel, inside the Second Church of Christ Scientist. The roof's completely gone now. They shored up the walls, and we'll cross the street here. So there was a flurry of construction activity. I guess they broke for lunch. We're here over the noon hour. And I was on TikTok this morning, but now I'm on YouTube to film in widescreen because I want to document the progress of the demolition here. And see, over there, the plan is, and Tara sent me a great link, and you can look it up online. They're going to put like 6 or 7 stories of residential back where the parking used to be back here. And then they're going to redo the chapel somehow and keep the facade here. And I don't know if they're going to replace the dome or not. Look at the size of that construction equipment. And look how we can look right into the inside of what used to be the Second Church of Christ Scientist as it's being converted, adaptively reused for housing. But they are going to maintain a chapel portion of it. And I just want to document it with the roof gone. And look how you can see to the Wrightwood Apartments right through here. We're on Pine Grove. We're on Pine Grove at the north end of Lincoln Park here. And I just want to document this. I've been to the top of this building too. There's a pool up there. Wonderful views of the city. But look at this. Look how they got the wall shored up, this neoclassical. I think they originally built this in, this is actually older than the Elks Memorial. Was built in the early 1900s. It was the Second Church of Christ Scientist. I think the first Church of Christ Scientist is in Boston, and the religion was started by a woman in Boston. Fact check me on this. Look it up. I'm doing this off the top of my head. And yeah, it's wild to look through the open windows and see sky. You know, this was always dark. It was kind of like, you know, it wasn't stained glass. It was like these little window panes in there, and it was always kind of dark. And then, you know, you see how there's the underneath, but yeah, you can look right through the windows. Look at that neoclassical facade, and they got it shored up. My architect friend said they wouldn't shore up the walls unless they were saving the walls, because they're not demoling the facade. And you see how, but look in the inside. And this morning we saw some of the roof was still being dismantled. It was still, that's how recent this is. And thanks for tuning in. I just wanted to document it. We'll walk down Wrightwood here, show you both sides of it. And then as this progresses, as the construction progresses, I'll do updates. And we'll see how this progresses, how long it takes them to complete this. Look at that neoclassical facade right there. You can look right through the bottom. Second Church of Christ Scientist. And again, I've seen historical photos of when this was first opened. It was a big deal, you know. And then look, we'll go by these great vintage apartment buildings here on Wrightwood, where they have the wonderful lobbies. And I don't know if it's going to come through with the glare, but look at those griffins. There's griffins above the door on that metal detailing. We got, you know, it's going to be hard with the glare to look through here, but these wonderful lobbies, you know, and how's it going? See, vintage, and they even use it to more marketing purposes. Here's the main entry here, and look at this detailing. Welcome to Wrightwood here, Lincoln Park, Chicago. Let me get the camera straight here. There, I did it too much. There we go. 443 Wrightwood. I've shown this in the middle of the night, and people are like, is it haunted? Yeah. I was just here this morning. I know I'm retracing my steps, but I want to get this on YouTube because I want to see how the widescreen, how this stuff looks at widescreen compared to the vertical aspect of TikTok, especially on details like this. We got 720p, we got better resolution to document this, and then we'll go over and we'll do the Dews house. Here we're at Wrightwood and Hampton Court. You can see these. There's the Dews house. Again, it was another German beer baron that put his wealth into his mansion here. There's the Wrightwood Apartments. But then let's check out the Dews house here. Look at this beautiful Baroque private residence built in 1896. And it's still here. And you see how there's a landmark designation here, marker. Francis J. Dews house, 1896. Landmarks Commission. Look at the statues. We can actually view it from the other way. Again, this is a private residence still this day. People have said something, the Playboy Mansion had something to do with this. It wasn't the Playboy Mansion. The original Playboy Mansion is, of course, in the Gold Coast. We've talked about that before, but I think maybe Playboy had parties here like in the 60s. Maybe that's what it was. And, oh, sorry, I'm in the way here. Let people get by here. This is a different building. Look at that. Look at that spiral staircase that leads up. But here's the Dews house here. Wrightwood and Hampton Court, Lincoln Park, Chicago. This Baroque mansion that was built after the World's Columbian Exposition, when all these neo-Renaissance revival styles were in fashion. And of course it angered Louis Sullivan and Frank Lloyd Wright because they wanted to move beyond the Renaissance revival styles, and all the people that want to show off their newly made wealth wanted to prove and build a European style chateau to show that they made it. Yeah, see that fire escape? That's nuts. Yeah, you can see it there. Look at it over there. Yeah. Look at this entryway. And you can go online. When this house was on the market, you could I've seen YouTube videos where they shows the interior, and it's same with the Wrigley Mansion. You can see the interior and the. But hey, we'll head over to Clark Street. I'll end this by, we'll just walk down Clark Street, see if we can get some nice views, looking down Clark Street. And what time we got? 12:45. So yeah, I'll wrap this up about 1 o'clock. I appreciate you for being on. And yeah, we got to see the Elks. And I might do a TikTok walk tonight. We'll see how much I get done this afternoon. I'm still packing up stuff for the move. And Truth Seeker. No, I'm just walking around. If you missed it, you can watch the rerun. Just go to the live tab there in YouTube. We went to the Elks National Monument before this. Went by the Second Church of Christ Scientists, which is being renovated, and they totally ripped off the roof. They're adding housing to the back. You can go online to find out more information. I wanted to document the demolition of what I consider the historic part of the Second Church of Christ Scientists there. Wrightwood and Pine Grove. We're in Lincoln Park, Chicago, at the north end of it. I'm just walking. I'm not downtown today because I'm working from home. I'm really took a personal day off because I'm really packing. But I took a break here at lunch because I wanted to catch the Elks Memorial while it was open. We went inside and saw the interiors of that. And then we'll just head down Clark Street, a nice little commercial strip that used to be a trolley line back in the old days. See how I got all this outdoor seating and lighting in the trees. And yeah, walk in the park, you got it. We've walked through, I could have went through the park. If the sun was shining, I probably would have walked by the North Pond there. We've done that before. I want to document the neighborhood hotel here, Ye Burritos, Taiyaki, Chicago. Here, let's get across the street here. Portables. This is gone. This used to be a furniture store. I bought a futon here, and it's a shame that we lost this furniture store. And I'm gonna head south. I'm just going up to see what's on the Wiener Circle here. Well, there's a nice mural here to Ye Burritos. Get your Puerto Rican food. It's great. They got this little mural here on the side of Ye Burritos. All the Chicago nostalgia. Look, Mike Ditka. The alien ships beaming up all this. Look, Chance the Rapper. You know, I still don't know what the Mary Poppins has to do, but there's the Blues Brothers, all the Chicago icons. There's Tarascas. But here's the the neighborhood hotel is in this beautiful building here that you can see where Clark Street makes a weird little jog here, because this used to be a Native American Indian trail that followed the ridge line. Here's Taiyaki, Chicago. Wiener Circle. Yeah, check out the Wiener Circle here. And we'll just head right down Clark Street, and I'll show you this bend here. Ye Burritos. Yeah, isn't this nice? Now look behind there. See, look behind the Tarascas. You see there's two buildings. There's a courtyard behind there. There's little alleys. And they sold their front yard. They used to have front yards. They sold their front yard off for these commercial places. And there's little bitty alleys where you can get back, and there's the old residential mansions that used to be along Clark Street here, where it makes this jog. And you see that little, look at the address, 2581 and a half. You go down a little alley, that's how you get to that house behind, and then there's one down there to get to that one. And that's the one I've been in. Someone used to rent the bottom of it. And here's Floyd's Barbershop. You get your nice balcony overlooking Clark Street right there. So that used to be like a beer place, but you could try all different types of beer, but it doesn't last. I remember when that used to be a Blockbuster Video. That's how 25 years ago. That's an historic building. The Salon Lofts, I think that's what they call that. Here, let's cross the street here. There's a great view. Look straight. You can look straight down the street. Oops, sorry. You can look straight down the street and see John Hancock. How's it going? And then yeah, the studio salons. This building's historic too. It's an interesting looking building here right on Clark Street, just south of Wrightwood. Look at these benches. Best brunch in whatever. Okay, I guess I don't know if this is France. Yeah, Francis Diners right here since 1938. We got a nice sign here. Yeah. Go to Francis. What a nice diner. It's been here for a long time. Right across from the studio salons. There's the moving specialist. At least I don't have to rent a moving truck. That's the best thing about moving just within my building. I just got to use the elevator. Yeah, 1938. That's amazing. It started during the Great Depression, before World War II, and survived. You know, here's Molly's Cupcakes, right here on. Hey, how's it going? Brian Really Chicago, how's it going? Yeah, I'm back. How you doing? Oh, thank you. Nice.
I was like, I want to move here, and I moved here recently.
Oh, really? Yes, thank you. Good. Welcome to Chicago.
I'm gonna tell my friend I ran into you.
Good, thank you. Welcome to see. How's it going?
Thank you so much.
Hey, thanks for watching. Nice to meet you. That's awesome. Yeah, that's great. That is great. That's great. That's awesome. See, I love that. I love that feedback that people, and that's why this has value. People, everybody's. anxious about, crime in Chicago. But look, she made the move. She moved to Chicago. This is great. And, if I had anything to help just so people get a feel of the city, where to live, where maybe to relocate to, I guess it has value. And I appreciate the feedback in real time. It always freaks me out that I just pass people. They recognize my voice because I usually don't show my face. Now I show my face, and Danny was able to find me, People were able to find me. If it's not, look, you see where I'm broadcasting my location right now. You can find me if you want. But that's great. Feedback in real time. That's great. And see, people are still moving to the city despite all our problems. And we got a lot of problems, I admit. People remind me of every day. But, hey, welcome to Chicago. Welcome to Clark Street. We'll go by Frank's. And, yeah. Isn't that great? See? Positive and negatives, everything. I'm glad. I hope she's having a great time in the big bad city here. And, yeah. Oh, yeah, all these buildings are interesting. Thanks. I'm sorry if I missed that. There's the St. James. That used to be a hotel. This used to be the Lincoln Park Market. Now it's the Walgreens. Nothing lasts. Of course, we passed Frank's at 4 o'clock bar. Here's the Tin Lizzy at 2 o'clock bar. Here's where they race the turtles. That's why they got the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles there on the side. And look, Deep Purple. Here's another nice building with balconies that you could rent. And so, all this has value. People can tune in, get a feel for the city. Chicago's not for everybody, but I like it. Positive, negatives, everything. It's expensive, depending on where you live. Scenes of the city. Affirmation, isn't that great? So that makes getting banned from TikTok twice worth it. It was all worth it if it was just to help somebody out. Appreciate this city, get a feel for the city. We'll keep doing it. You guys are a part of it. Thanks for being a live audience. And thanks for following me on YouTube. So we got a backup because people are like, well, create a TikTok backup. I'm like, I do have a TikTok backup. It's called YouTube. You got to get out of the TikTok ecosystem, and I still am going to have a presence on TikTok, of course, as long as they don't kick me completely out of the shop there. See, I can't even show, there's a head shop over there. Oh, I guess I can show it because I'm on YouTube. See, this is what's going to confuse me. I'm going to start showing the head shops when I'm on YouTube, and then when I show them on TikTok, it's going to cause me to get banned. And, yeah. See, look at these. And this same thing. These used to be private residences. Now they turned it to the Galloway Arms. The same with the Gaslight. They took the front yards of what used to be private residences and they turned it into businesses. And we got these nice beer gardens. You could sit outside here. You see how these used to just be, just like the Gold Coast, these were private residences. And since this is a commercial strip, used to be a trolley line. They filled in with the low rise. These used to be garages. You can still park above there. I've seen old pictures from the 50s where there was a gas station. There was a gas station underneath the building. You would actually pull in the garage to fill up your gas. Imagine that. The only other place I've seen that is in Japan, in Tokyo. And you see, that's where you enter the private parking garage, 2431. It's hard to see behind those windows. That second level, that's all parking. And people pay for the parking that live in these co-ops. They park in here. And they got their own parking in their building too, Here, look at this nice little sculpture. Yeah, South Shore. Yeah, go exploring. Go a little further north. Go a little further west. There's so many great museums downtown that, I'm glad you take the South Shore in. I've done that too. I've taken the South Shore in from Indiana. And look at this sculpture here on Clark Street. But yeah, go check out Lincoln Park, the free Lincoln Park Zoo. We got the Peggy Noda Bart Nature Museum, the Elks Memorial that we just saw. You can check out the farm in the zoo, the History Museum down there at Clark and North Avenue. And there's stuff in Pilsen. You can go to the Mexican American Museum of Art. You can go to the West Loop, Garfield Park Conservatory, take take the Green Line out, go down to this Hyde Park. Of course, you know about the Museum of Science and Industry. Go right by that on the South Shore. You get off at Hyde Park. Check out the DuSable Museum in Washington Park. You know, the World's Columbian Exposition, the Japanese garden down there. And here we are down at Clark and Fullerton. So I'm going to wrap this up. What time we got? We're on 1 o'clock, right on time. We're in at Casati's Modern Italian. This used to be Emilio's Tapas. And you see how there's the House of Hunan, Lincoln Park Fitness, Isabella's there, or whatever that's called. They got this nice outdoor thing. But this is Fullerton, where we started this morning. Thanks for tuning in. We'll check out this footage. You can watch the rerun there on the live tab at YouTube. I appreciate. Yeah, you see those stick. Oh, so the stick figures are all over the place. So that's good to know. So hey, well, thanks for tuning in, everybody. Have a great rest of your Thursday. If I'm on tonight, I'll be on TikTok. So thanks for tuning in. Thanks for finding me on YouTube. We'll keep the show going, and have a great day, everybody. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. Thanks, Dolores. Thanks, Michael. Kurt. Yeah, thanks for the good feedback. Truth Seeker. Danny, thanks for being on. And we'll talk to you all later. Have a great day. Appreciate it. Diego Garcia, thank you. Talk to you later. Kate Z. Trish. That's great. I'm missing them. All these people. Scholler. Yeah. Thanks, everybody. All right, we'll talk to you later. Have a great day. Appreciate it.